What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Happy 4th of July. I'm just popping on here live. No major reason. So, and really no warning. This is just completely spontaneous. And wanted to come on here and just tell you guys, hey, happy 4th, and just talk. And I doubt probably any of you will show up right now. To be honest with you, there's probably a majority, if not all of you out there, or at least a lot of you, I'm sure, are probably out watching fireworks or celebrating. This is July 4th. It is 10:40 p.m. my time Eastern. So again, a lot of people are either, you know, if you're out west, maybe you already ate dinner, but maybe you're getting ready to go do fireworks, your own fireworks, bonfires, and all that. I'm just by myself tonight. I was gonna go to see the fireworks downtown, and then my roommate had to work till 10, and the fireworks started at 10. But there was no way that we could go drive to the town. Like there was, like he couldn't leave his work. Like he was on call basically. So it's like even if we would have drove down there, even like at 9 o'clock, we would have probably had to park far away, walk, and if something happened, he got called in at like 9:30. He could potentially be stuck. They start closing down some of the streets, the traffic starts getting jammed up. You know how 4th of July festivals are and all that. So it just would have been almost impossible to go to the fireworks. Well, he ends up getting and I could have went by myself. It's not like I had to go with my roommate, but I decided not to go. And so I just kind of decided to hang out. And then he got offered to work more to actually go do a second like work. So he was like, well, since my 4th of July is already ruined, might as well go. So he went ahead and he went. So I'm just chilling in the house by myself. And I don't know. I didn't really know what to do with myself right now. I was kind of bored, and I didn't feel like playing anything, like any video games. I don't know. So I just thought I missed you guys. I did do a video today. So if you haven't seen my new video, it is pizza. Like, guys, in case you don't know, and I'm just going to talk about this. So in case you don't know, Chris Cooking Nashville, if you guys haven't seen it, he came out with it about a month ago, and it was like white bread. Okay, he made carnivore white bread. And so me and my roommate was like, the light bulb went off in our head, and we just were like, we saw that, and we watched the video, and we're like, dude, we got to figure out how can we apply that to pizza? Like, how can we make, if this is like a bread, and believe me when I tell you, I mean, Chris Cooking Nashville had a breakthrough. But I was like, man, if we're going to make this, like how, so I basically adapted his recipe and I made it into a pizza. So, without giving you, let's try to see, maybe I can show you some spoilers. But I still want you to watch the video because you're going to just want to see the description, all that stuff. But here you go. So this is how the pizza came out. And if you look, let me see, I'll even zoom in for you. Look at this crust. Now look, there is pizza sauce. So this is a keto version. Okay. I make my own tomato pizza sauce. And so I keep it as clean as I can. Right. You can either buy canned diced tomatoes, or if you want it really clean, you can go get you some of your own tomatoes, process them up, minimal ingredients. I tell you how to make the sauce in the video. But look at this bread. Look at this. Okay, and if you're wondering, let me show you this picture. Hold on. So look at this. Check out this cross section, guys. Look at that. Okay, look at that crust, right? And let me, and I also have video within the video. Look at this. Look at that. You can pick it up. Look. Look at the sponginess. This is as close to real tasting pizza that you're going to get. This is all homemade sauce, of course, mozzarella cheese, and this is just a pepperoni pizza here. But like I said, look at how amazing this crust is. Now, there is a little bit of a drawback to it, but I explain that in the video. And what I mean by drawback is just like there's one more component to this. But guys, look at this crust. I mean, seriously, look at that sponginess. Like I said, you can pick it up like it tastes like when you taste it, instead of, so most carnivore crusts, you're going to either have, there's like the pork crust recipes, the chicken crust, or the cheese egg crust. And my favorite out of all of them has been where you do 6 ounces of Colby, 2 ounces of mozzarella, and 2 eggs. You mix them all up, spread it out, pre-bake, and then you top it, bake it again. And you guys have seen me make those a lot, like throughout my 7-month journey. But this one so far, and like I said, this is why I'm staying on this picture, so you can see that you can see that crust. You know what I mean? But this one here, when it comes to flavor, see, the drawback I had with the Colby one is that the Colby helps to mitigate that over richness and cheese flavor. However, it's still a ton of cheese. It just, you still get that sort of flavoring. You know what I mean? But if you're like me and you like staying mostly strict keto or carnivore, but you don't mind dipping toes into keto, this is where I do the keto, is the sauce. Now, you don't have to. You can make your own sauce or whatever. And it's not like I'm dumping a ton of sauce on here. You can see here in the cross section, right? There's not a ton of sauce on it. But again, as far as flavor, now you actually get this sort of like breading kind of flavor, like a crust. And you get sauce, cheese, and pepperoni, and you can add obviously like hamburger meat, bacon, whatever. Right? So this is what I'm saying, guys. This is one of my favorite tasting pizzas. Now, if you want to know the drawback, I don't know. There's nobody really here in the stream right now, so I'm not going to probably say. You got to watch the video. There's one thing that, and this is where I hope Chris Cook in Nashville watches the video, because I know he can figure it out. Like, he probably can be like, "Oh, you did it like this? Well, yeah, blah blah blah." So I'm pretty sure he was going to use. One thing about Chris Cook in Nashville is, one thing I noticed about him is when he had the breakthrough, especially with the mac and cheese. Like when he did the mac and cheese, it's like he started really hitting up some more pasta dishes. Like he really had a good breakthrough, I think, with that. And then he started doing other dishes, modified, whatever, but it's still the same sort of cooking theories. Now, I think with this white bread, I really think he's going to apply this to other things as well. But, and maybe he was working on a pizza crust, he might be, but regardless, I came out with it, or I modified it for him. Now I just need him to fix one thing. And I'm sure if he watches my video and he hears my feedback, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to like go, okay, I can make this happen. And if he does, guys, if Chris Cook in Nashville can fix this, like the taste is amazing. Like I said, it was like a homemade pizza, tasted great. It's almost something you could literally sell. It just is. The flavor is great. So, Meeting Wellness, what's going on? How you doing, girl? Yeah, I'm just hanging out, and I'm talking about my new pizza crust recipe that I stole from Chris Cook in Nashville. I stole his white bread recipe and I made it into a pizza crust, and it came out tasting like amazingness. So I'm just talking to nobody right now, just hanging out. But yeah, that's how that is. And of course, where is it? You can see this is how it came out. You know, in the end, there was a little bit burnt corner, but that's why I tell people, like, if you're gonna go keto, like this was a keto pizza because of the sauce. Okay, everything else is carnivore, but I made my own little keto pizza sauce. But if you take the sauce to the edges, you won't quite get this burning. But you know, it wasn't too bad just to have a little bit of a burnt corner. But yes, happy 4th. And but yeah, I came out with the video, and let me show you the one video too. So this is like how it came out of the oven. See, look at that. This is how I figured out. I made it in the square pan, right? I made it in the square pan. I followed. I kind of, like I said, took Chris's recipe and then engineered it into this. And then when it came out, like literally, like it was like you could like pick it up like a pizza. Look at this. Look at the sponginess. Look at that. Look at it. It's like it is like an actual bread crust pizza. So flavor wise was amazing. Again, great pizza. You know, that's why I said but I did come out with an actual video where I explained how I do it, and I go through everything. So it's like a 20-minute video I came out with today. So you got to check it out for sure. But I just thought I'd share some stuff on the live just because I'm bored. Honestly, I'm home alone and I'm bored. It's 4th of July and I don't drink, I don't party. So I'm just here. I decided to go live. I haven't been doing my daily videos. Thank you. Yes. The pizza is the big news, man. Like I'm telling you guys. It is the absolute big news. I got a stupid fly going around here. It's ticking me off. But the pizza, and I'm still drinking coffee. So I am still on carnivore. Still not going to change. I'm my weight has slowed down this last few weeks. I've been hovering around the same weight. Just to give you guys an update. But yeah, I've been hovering around the same weight. Okay. So, but in all fairness, I've been experimenting here lately with different recipes. I did carnivore pancakes the other day. Yeah, I did carnivore pancakes. I don't think, and the sad thing is, I don't think I took a picture, but I made the steak and butter gal carnivore pancakes. So literally, I made the pancakes, the heavy whipping cream. Did that. So it was like a stack with like, or no, I don't think it was steak and butter gals. Oh my God. Actually, I think it was somebody else's. And it was like, yeah, it was like a pancake, a thin pancake. It's like a cream cheese egg pancake. So it's like this cream cheese and egg mixture. And then you make it in this pancake and then you make a stack of them. And then basically you'll let them kind of cool down just a little bit and you'll whip up some heavy whipping cream and you'll actually use a splash of vanilla, which, you know, you don't have to, but I did. I used a splash of vanilla extract. They actually have alcohol-free vanilla extract as well. And I whipped that up and you basically layer, like you'll take a stack, like one of the pancakes, and you put a layer of the heavy whipping cream, then another pancake. So you do all that. And I gotta say, and I also added a dash of cinnamon in the pancake batter, and I added the dash of vanilla in the whipped cream batter, and it really kind of came out dessert-like, very dessert-like. And so I gotta say, that was also decent. Very rich. Couldn't eat like a ton of it, but it was good. It was really good. So so I was really happy. I said, so I have been missing in action a little bit, but I've been experimenting doing carnivore again. And the pizza thing, guys, like I said, if you haven't seen my video today, I released a pizza video, and this pizza, like I was explaining earlier, guys, this pizza, it's got a bread crust, and look at the sponginess. It's like, this is going to taste amazing, right? The sponginess of the thing, you can pick it up like a pizza. It tastes like a pizza. Very good. The crust is amazing. You can see here the crust. This is pre-baking it, there. Just an amazing pizza, guys. It really, as far as flavor and everything else. But you got to watch the video because, like I talk about, even in the cross section here, you can see the cross section of a piece, the sponginess, the actual crust. So in the world of carnivore, man, it's big news to me. I mean, you would think out of all the foods in 7 months, I don't miss hardly anything except for a good pizza. That's weird. Like I really, but right here, I'm telling you, we're like this close to the perfect carnivore keto pizza. And I say keto because again, this has sauce. Now, like I said, if you don't want sauce, you can make it carnivore, but the crust is carnivore friendly. So, but I would call this a keto pizza just because I did my own tomato sauce. So there. How are you guys doing? I heard some of you are still doing good and losing weight. So that's good. I haven't really been able to sit down and talk a whole lot. Oh, hey, there's my picture there. Hey, what is that? Why am I showing me? There, I'll show. But yeah, I've come pretty far from the beginning when, in the picture, the guy on the left, the guy, me, the me on the left right here. This was again, this is why I believe when I look at not this guy, but there was another starting picture. When I look at my very first picture, it's like I look a little thinner than this one on the left. I really think I was bigger than 315 at this point right here with the guy on the left. So lots of cream-based sauces that can work. Oh yeah, I mean so let me. We don't have to talk about me on this. So now the Alfredo sauces. Let me cover this. So I'm not a huge fan. I like it. Like I love homemade Alfredo. I do. For me, if I'm going to do Alfredo, okay, I would much rather do like Chris Cook in Nashville, like do his noodles and do like an actual Alfredo with like carnivore noodles and some chicken. Like I would like that. I think for this exception, I really do. I think again, and I'm not trying to be the devil here, but all I'm saying is, look, this little bit here, right? Like this light layer of sauce, believe it or not, it's a light layer. It's just that the cheese is when I took it out of the pan, I slid it on the thing. The cheese kind of slid just a touch, but a light layer. And I didn't even eat all of this because I split this with my roommate, and I still didn't even eat half of this. I still have some right now left over. So, but the light amount of, and I make my own pizza sauce. So it's not like I'm buying a pizza sauce that has a ton of additional chemicals and preservatives. You can make your own, tomato-based sauce, even if you grew your own tomatoes, right? You could throw this in there and going keto once a month is not that big of deal, right? So, yeah, tomato sauce in your son's pizza. Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying is like, you figure if you're eating carnivore most of the time and you're still willing to have dairy every once in a while, this here, instead of having Alfredo, because Alfredo sauce, the problem with Alfredo sauce is that it doesn't taste like a pizza, and it's very rich. I mean, I've made the chicken carnivore pizzas, and it's so rich. You just can't even eat much, and then it really messes you up. Not that you want to eat much of this, but if if you want to really, and that's what this whole thing was, is trying to get a pizza that tastes like an actual pizza, right? This tastes like bread, like the crust tastes like bread, thanks to Chris Cooking Nashville. And of course, the pizza sauce is made. So the pizza sauce is tomatoes, whether you do your own, whether you do a can of diced tomatoes. It's just tomatoes, 1 tablespoon of garlic, 1 teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of basil, and a tablespoon of ghee. So you don't even have to use olive oil, right? I used a tablespoon of ghee, and I did that in the food processor, salt, pepper, and it's a legit pizza sauce, right? Legit. And then, of course, mozzarella and pepperoni. That's legit toppings. This is, for all intents purposes, a legitimate pizza. It just doesn't have your traditional flour, right? So this is a super low carb keto version right here. Or yes, you could just leave off the sauce and maybe just do mozzarella and pepperoni and other meat toppings, and it probably would be really good. So Greek and cream sauce are really good for carnivore. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you can do Alfredo, but let's face it, man. Like when it's pizza time, once a month, I'm gonna make this. My life is much better. Like I miss my steak. I had steak last night, but I'm going to have this probably once a month, if not twice a month. Sometimes, I don't know, once every few weeks, maybe, who knows? But now this is definitely a food where you're going to spend it on the weekend, because it took me a few hours altogether. You're gonna have to, make up the dough, and it takes a good hour, like the baking times all together and cool down times. It's going to be, you're going to want to do this at least 2 or 3 hours from the time that you want to eat, roughly. Pizza look good. I never use a traditional base. I use cheese. It would be good to have your alternative pizza if I want a more bread-like base. Well, and like I said, this here, this is going to be the bread. So you just can do sauceless. You can do it sauceless. I would much rather, if I'm going to like if you don't want tomatoes, my opinion is I would omit the sauce, and I would be more apt of doing the cheese, pepperoni, maybe some bacon, some beef, a little bit of sprinkled ground beef. I would be much apt to do that with no sauce versus Alfredo, because Alfredo is just so rich and it changes the dynamic, and it's not like eating a pizza, But if you do the bread here with the cheese and pepperoni, I'm telling you, it's going to be like cheesy pepperoni bread. It'll be amazing. Chris Cooking Nashville did amazing coming up with like a bread, an actual kind of bread, and so I just adapted it. So I'm proud. But there is one flaw. There is one flaw in this right now, and I'm hoping Chris is going to watch my video, and I really hope that he will fix the one flaw, and then it's going to be amazing. But taste-wise, yeah. Texture, good. But there's one thing there's only one thing, and I talk about it in my video, so you got to watch that. It says I'm an animal-based, but I'm animal-based diet, not carnivore. Yeah, I mean, I know. Like, I use tomato sauce too, but I'm animal-based diet, not carnivore. Well, you know what I mean, Eli. Yeah, I mean, this is carnivore, or this is animal-based fucking pizza. All right, this is animal-based other than the tomato sauce, the tomato. I know you're teasing. Like, come on. But yeah, but I'm still drinking coffee. Like I tried to quit for like a day. So I'm going to address another problem because I don't know how many people are going to end up watching this live stream. This is just me hanging out and just saying whatever, you know. I don't know. I'm going to address another problem I've been having, and I'm going to make an official video on it. And I still want you guys, if you watch this, still watch my upcoming video when I come out with it again, and watch the pizza one. Please watch the pizza. Hit like. I need views and likes on it, and I need Chris Cooking Nashville to watch it. So, but anyways, one of the problems that I'm starting to have is that I'm actually starting to have junk food problems. Yeah. Now, when I say junk food problems, what I mean is, guys, I've been addicted to freaking pork rinds. Pork rinds are starting to become really good tasting to me, and I started to get in some of the flavors. Now, I can't do barbecue. Barbecue pork rinds always seem to give me aches and pains. But the hot and spicy, the dill pickle, regular salt and pepper, and then they have a brand called Turkey Creek. It's been so addicting. They're so good. They hardly ever have any like, they're cooked in the animal lard. But it's been becoming a junk food for me. And yeah, but my problem is like I'm not eating them because I'm hungry. I'm eating because they become like a thing where it's like I'm perfectly full. I had steak and eggs for dinner kind of thing. And then I'll go to work. I'll stop by the gas station. I'm full. It's like 11:30 at night. And I end up getting a bag of them because they're so damn good. And I'm eating more than I really need to. And it's become a new problem. It's like, hey, I found a bad food habit within my carnivore highway. So my weight has stalled out, and some of this, of course, is obviously like the pizza and the heavy cream, stuff like that. So pork rinds have been a problem for me here. They're just so damn good. Oh, you know what? I'll show you. Hold on, guys. We're live, so I'll stay right there. I'm gonna do some show and tell. Yeah, hold on. I'm coming right there. All right, so maybe we can do some show and tell in a way. But look, here it is. So here is my naughty. Here's the Turkey Creek ones I was talking about. Right here. See? These hot and spicy right here. Man, these things are like amazing. All right, I gotta close them back up here. And then, guys, this was we still had this covered up on the counter, but this is the pizza. Look at this, right? I mean, I tried to throw it in the microwave just for a second, but look, you see that bread crust on there? I mean, it. Look at that, and it tastes like amazingly. So let me see if I can show you guys right here on the camera. But yeah, I mean, this thing tastes like a pizza you would order yourself. So good. I mean, flavor wise, so good. So So yeah, as I'm sitting here eating in front of you guys, and I didn't even really need to eat this, but I have one more piece left. So how are you guys doing? Are you guys having a good Fourth? Did you guys do anything fun? Like I said, I really didn't do a whole lot. I did take my son shopping. Well, you don't have to kick it now. You can have this pizza. It's awesome. Yeah, you celebrate the first. We won. Family went to a baseball game last night and watched that, and then there were fireworks after. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're American, we're gonna celebrate the Fourth, but yeah, uh, I mean, I took my son shopping. He's starting a job, like his first job, so to speak, his first actual like paying job, and he's gonna be doing like a night shift at like a hotel. And so we had to get him like a golf shirt and some like dress slacks, things like that. So I went and spent over $100 on one outfit for him. So nothing's cheap right now. All right. All right, I'm done. I'm not eating that last bite. Okay. Yes, the fireworks. Let me see here. Let me look at something while we're hanging out. You guys want to see any ghost hunting equipment? I actually have, because we've been starting to film season 2 of my ghost hunting show. I've got a bunch of equipment hanging around. It's all around me and all kinds of fun stuff. Hmm. Yeah, there was something I was going to talk about in here. Something I wanted to bring up about the 4th of July, and now I can't, not finding it yet. Anyways, but yeah, there was even a declaration from our founding fathers that talked about us and how to celebrate the 4th of July. And it talked about illuminating the sky and bonfires from, throughout the coast. So I mean, it talked about all the partying that they wanted to do for the 4th of July and illuminating the sky. Of course, how do you do that? With the fireworks and everything. So Ghostbusters Josh in the white suit. Yeah, I know, man. I got lots of stuff. Right now, I got a lot of extra equipment. Like just some of our filming, some of our small filming rigs, a lot of little, mini little handy cams for night vision, static stuff. All kinds of EMF meters, parabolic microphones, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff hanging around. Oh man, I got a ton of stuff. The founding fathers like to party. Yeah. But celebrating independence, I mean, that's a good thing to party with, to party about, right? But anyways, yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of hanging out. I didn't know if y'all would be around or anybody would be around tonight. Cool hobby. Yeah, unfortunately, it's become more than a hobby now that I have a show. It's becoming more of a job and lifestyle too. So, I mean, I don't like live paranormal stuff. Like I don't live ghost hunting when I'm not filming and doing investigations. Like I don't have like a house where I have like a ton of creepy stuff and skeletons and skulls and voodoo stuff everywhere. Like, sometimes you go to some of these, paranormal investigators, you go to their homes and then it's like everything's macabre. It's all just looks like it's stuff like a year-round Halloween store or something, and that's not, that's not what I do. Like, I do ghost investigation. I'm a paranormal investigator. Like I debunk stuff, and of course, I try to help people, and so it's not just going and doing some kind of cosplay and pretending to be involved in some spooky stuff, so I usually maintain pretty good amount of professionalism. So, but yeah, but I'm excited. What else? Like I said, I don't think I have any other. I was taking some pictures when because I didn't know when I was going to do a video again. I know some of you wanted me to do dailies, and it's just been really tough here lately. I haven't had a lot of extra time to truly. Oh my God, I forgot, guys. Holy crap. Hey, if you guys want a little bit of an exclusive, I'll give you another thing too. Hold on. I'm gonna have to work this out. Give me a second here. But if you want another little cool thing that I was gonna do a video on, and I may still. So if any of you like fried chicken and you've been missing fried chicken, let me know, because I made an amazing fried chicken recipe. I forgot I actually saved a short video and a picture. Okay. I'm trying to transfer them off my phone so you guys can see. But if you like fried chicken, then you're going to like this. See, I don't know who's all going to watch this live stream, but they're going to get some extra info tonight, man. Oh, here we go. Gotta pull this up. Give me a second. I'm trying to transfer stuff here. Now, keep in mind, the fried chicken's going to look a little darker. The final product's going to look a little darker than probably what you might think about when it comes to fried chicken. But it's not burnt or anything. It's because of the seasonings. But anyways. All right, here we go. Who doesn't like fried chicken? Who doesn't like fried chicken, right? Exactly. All right, so here we go. Let me pull this up. All right, here we go. So here's the final product. If I can get it to come up. Oh, whoops. Here. All right, so there's the fried chicken. Okay. It looks burnt in a way, but it's not. guys, this is just the seasonings. And again, very, very, this came out really good. I made it. My roommate begged me to make some kind of fried chicken for him. He was like, is there a way you can make me fried chicken? Because remember, guys, he's only like 30 days in or whatever. So he's still having like a lot of cravings and, missing some of the old world foods, or like the not old world. I guess we're eating old world technically, but he's still missing these things. So, and look, here's a video. Here's a short video of it frying. And there is actual sound, but I don't know if you can, but right now I'm just showing you guys like the actual video of it frying here. We'll play it again. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Now, like I said, of course, it'd be nice if it came out looking like this. But unfortunately, by the time it actually cooks and the chicken's done and everything, it gets a little more darker brown. But in any case, this fried chicken came out amazing. So how did I do that? Like I said, I will do a video. Okay. I'm going to do a video to really explain it. But since we're live and just hanging out, so if you notice, so what I did is I did some of the fundamentals, right? Wait. Oh. So if you look on here, so what is it frying in? This is actually 2 large scoops of beef tallow, right? So grass-fed beef tallow, all right, 2 large scoops, and you warm it up. You get it to about 375 degrees roughly. Once you get about that 375, you're going to drop your chicken in, and you'll do like this chicken up here on the top side. It already cooked on one side and it was cooked on the other side. This one came in, and what you're seeing on the surface is that's what it looks like when you drop it in. Okay. This one was halfway. So it was cooked on, or it was kind of cooked on one side. It was cooking the other side, but you're going to also flip it a couple more times. Anyways. But yeah, this chicken, the breading is what really matters. Now, again, you might say, hey, did you do the panko pork crumbs? Right? You would be half right. So these are pork rind crumbs, but guess what I did? I took a big bag of these. Hold on. So I took a big bag of hot and spicy, and then I took another bag of these of Turkey Creek, and I did a big bag of dill pickle. So it's a blend of hot and spicy and dill pickle pork rinds, and I put them into a food processor and processed them down to crumbs. And then I also added a little more garlic, a little more onion, and just a little bit of smoked paprika. Okay. And then I blended that all up, and then I did an egg wash. So I took the chicken, I cut like a chicken breast, cut it in half, like cut it. You don't want the really super thick. You got to cut them in half. You prep your chicken, cut it in half, and then I did the egg wash, and then I did the pork, the pork rind crumbs, and the flavored pork rind crumbs, right? And then fried them in the beef tallow. So it was my roommate was blown away. He was like, "Oh my God." He's like, this has gotta be a keeper. He's like, "You really did good on this." So there you go. We had fried chicken, carnivore fried chicken with flavored pork rind. The dill pickle and the hot and spicy pork rinds, they made an amazing flavor combination. Hey, how's it going? Dave and Austin. Oh, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're enjoying the 4th of July. But yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm just bullshitting. Like I'm just hanging out. Um, I'm just bored. Thought I'd come on here and catch up with you guys, talk about some of the foods I've been making here lately. Like I said, the fried chicken. I did carnivore pancakes. Um, I also did, of course, the where is it at? The pizza right here. You know, this was what I did today, right? So this was the big news today was the pizza with the actual crust. Look at this. It has actual like breading type crust. It's amazing, and you can even see the cross section here. Look at that. Look at that breading, man. Look at that crust. You're 9 weeks in. I walked a mile to see fireworks. I could not have done that 3 months ago. Awesome, dude. That's so cool. 9 weeks in, so hang in there. And you know that's a good place to be at. This is the time. Like I remember 2 months in. It's the place where you start to sorry. It's the place where you start to have some really good turnarounds. So if you're still missing certain things, certain cravings and things like that, don't panic. Like, you know, this is going to be where you can turn around things for sure. Like it was like in my day, almost day 60, late 60s, early 70, day 70s is when, right. So, and this is what I was talking about earlier. The meat crust, I've done the beef crust, I've done pork, I've done chicken, I've done the cheese and egg. And now the cheese and egg was one of my favorite crusts, but this is bread. Okay? And this actually tastes like a legit pizza that you could buy from somewhere. Okay? Like I said, this here you can actually like grab it. See, look at this. Look at this. And it's spongy like a crust, tastes like bread. I do have pizza sauce on there. This is a keto version because I have sauce. You can pick it up, you can eat it. In fact, I just ate a piece live here because I had some left over still. But you can see there's just like a bite left here. So you can see here it's a very breading style. There's a little bit of sauce on there. But no offense to the meat stuff, like the meat crust, but I personally like I wanted something better than just the meat crust because they never taste close to a real pizza. They taste pizza-ish, right? No matter what you do. And people are like, "Oh, this is," and all of them taste good in their own way, right? A chicken crust pizza, pork crust, all of it. Well, this bread is not from beef. Okay, that's what's amazing. All right. So this is what I'm saying. You're gonna get this actually tastes like bread and is spongy like bread. So when you combine the bread crust, the sauce, the cheese, and the pepperonis, it is a super low carb, amazing keto pizza. Again, and if you omit the sauce, you've got a carnivore friendly pizza. Dehydrated meat blended mix with egg and stuff makes bread. Yeah, I mean you can do but what I recommend seriously, if you really want a good bread, okay, right here, where is it? Right here. So this is the video, Chris Cooking Nashville. He released this about a month ago, and he made this bread recipe. And this is by far like this actually has that spongy texture, the crust, the taste. This is as close to an authentic like white bread. There's no beef in here. I'm telling you, this is the bread you've been looking for. Okay, you want grilled cheese. You want to be able to toast this or like do a grilled cheese sandwich. You want to be able to do like Texas toast, like this bread here. And this is what I used to theory craft into, into a pizza crust. Okay, so that's why I have this pizza crust now. because I theory crafted his bread crust into this, and it came out really good and taste wise. Right. I know Chris Cooking Nashville is awesome. And I tell people all the time, like, I hope he watches my video. I released it today. Yeah. Yeah, definitely watch the video, Eli. Like, it's, where is it at here? Let's see. I know I'm sitting here showing. But here's the video right here. And this is where I talk about it, and I walk you through, how I do everything. I walk you through. This is my homemade keto sauce. Very clean. Again, you can use homemade tomatoes, you can use canned tomatoes, and then this is just the recipe I used here. And like I said, but I walk you through this whole thing. So I really hope that, and of course, I give Chris Cook in Nashville credit, you know, and you really need to follow his recipe. So I just thought I'd share with you guys that. So yeah. Go check out the actual video, and it'll walk you through, like, between that and his video. You're basically going to follow his video up to the point where instead of pouring it into a bread, like a loaf pan, you're going to pour it into like a big square roasting pan or a cookie sheet. You could do a cookie sheet, but I did a cookie sheet size roasting pan to have higher sides, because I didn't know how it was going to turn out. But turns out, if you follow his recipe to the T, it's just enough to make this amount of crust. It worked out perfect. I managed to find and attend the expo hack your health hack your health in Austin. Looks like next year it's in Tampa. Something to think about. What energy met some of the key advocates. Nice. I am going to have some coffee. Yep. Now, what I started talking about this earlier. So I went to quit coffee. I was like, you know what? I mean, I was going really I was getting very lion diet for a while. And I was just getting where I was eating steak and eggs all the time, salt only, and I wasn't getting sick of it. But something happened. Like, I tried to stop doing coffee, and when I stopped trying to do coffee, I started snacking, and it's almost like my old habits came back, but like in carnivore form. So instead of like sweets and other things, I was digging into a ton of pork rinds. I was picking up more like extra food, like hot dogs, when I didn't need them, like at night, and different things. So I started eating a lot of crap because I was trying to drink. I quit drinking coffee, and so what I realized is I just have that habit where after dinner, my coffee, like, I ate dinner a few hours ago, like, but my coffee here, I've had this hanging around for a while. It stays in this pretty warm in this cup, and I just sip on it. But it keeps me from wanting to like break into the pork rinds or eat more food most of the time. Today I brought over the pork rinds so you guys could see which ones, and I did a pizza as a demo. I had a piece that was left over, but flavor wise, man, God, I'm telling you, man, you want a real pizza taste again, then try it out for sure. But there's one component that, and I talk about it in my pizza video, and it's one component I want to get Chris to fix. I think you will. I think hopefully Chris will see my video. I did tag him in it. Hopefully he'll see it and go, "Hey, somebody used my idea in a good way." That he probably already was going to do it. That's the thing. It's like Chris is probably was already going to re-engineer his white bread to become like a pizza crust. So, anyways, but then again, I don't know. I don't think I tried his other original pizza crust from a long time ago. Um, Maybe I should try that before I sit there and think that maybe this is even better. I don't know, but I just know that he had this breakthrough when it comes to the white bread a month ago. So, and he hasn't had pizza crust since. So I'm thinking, hey, and if there's anybody out there that's familiar with like some places that are a little more locally, like Augie's, like in the Cleveland and Pennsylvania areas, but mostly like Cleveland. I think they're only back down to like one place. But like Augie's has like a crust that's like a white bread, and they use like a provolone cheese and stuff. But my cheat has been a bit of peanut butter. Ooh, peanut butter. Yeah, that's a cheat. Since I use that to feed the dog his vitamins. On coffee, I'm still drinking it with half and half. So I drink mine with a splash of heavy cream. If I'm in emergency and I'm at the gas station, sometimes I'll try to drink it black. I can drink black coffee now. It's just that I prefer, like, I'll put a little bit of half and half if I'm at a gas station. I screwed up last night and had some French vanilla on accident instead of half and half. They mislabeled them, and I just went ahead and instead of not drinking it, I already was down the road and I paid for it, so I drank it. I drank a whole thing that had French vanilla in here. And it wasn't like a ton, but it was enough to give me some aches and pains today. So even a little bit of sugar, it doesn't do well with me. Cheesecake and cream cheese dips are my cheat. I ate way too much cream cheese. And yeah, those carnivore pancakes, I don't have any pictures. That's the one thing. I didn't take any pictures of my carnivore pancakes. But carnivore pancakes is literally like eggs and like cream cheese. All right. And then I put a dash of cinnamon and you pour them onto the pan and you like when you butter your pan, pour them on there, griddle them up like pancakes. And then you whip up some heavy cream with a splash of vanilla and you whip it up into a whipped cream and you just layer them. You layer them and it's really good. It's a dessert. It's probably sinfully good when you're on carnivore. So it's just a lot of cream, right? With all that and cream cheese in there. I wouldn't mind, like, is there a carnivore cheesecake? Or is that a challenge? I wonder how you could do that, because I know if you did a crust, I know there is a carnivore cheesecake I've seen out there. I'm being a little facetious, but is there a good carnivore cheesecake? Yeah, black coffee tastes completely different. Yeah. Yeah, but I've just noticed though, I'm telling you, I have to have at least this tall cup, at least after dinner. See, my appetite in the daytime, I don't snack as much. I'll have my lunch. Like I said, I've been doing the hard boiled eggs here lately for lunch. So like I'll have lunch, maybe even some bacon. And then, my dinners are fine. And then oh man, Paul Saladino. Come on, man. Look, I if you like the guy, and I don't do sweeteners, that's a problem. Because like I told you last night, I did French vanilla on accident, and it damn near killed me today. So yeah, I'm sure Paul Saladino has, some outside the box ideas, because when you can use honey or monk fruit or some of the things that he still allots for, yes, you could probably do an amazing cheesecake. So yeah. I just don't okay, so here's my opinion on Paul Saladino. I think he's a great guy. I think he means well. He's just, he surfs like 3 hours a day, man. Like the guy he's going to be healthy in that sense. I just don't agree with his stance on honey and fruits, because of the facts out there and what we know about fruit and even honey. So I don't. Are you talking about Homestead How, Carrie, on his documentary? I'm pretty sure that's what you're talking about. But yeah, Carrie. Yeah, it's just, and again, and okay, so okay, let me finish my thought, because I saw you talk about Carrie on there, and I know Eli was talking about honey and stuff. So if this comes down to a personal choice, in my opinion, if you are the kind of person that doesn't have a sugar or carb addiction, okay, I think it's okay then if you want to splash in some natural, or as natural as you can, some fruits in there. But as high of, like, you literally, if you look at how much sugar is like in a cup of grapes and things like that, they have genetically modified almost all fruits on this planet. Almost every single fruit that's on this planet today, all over the world, even down there in Costa Rica where Paul Saladino is, it's been modified over thousands of years, because every time farmers and all these things, they would say, ooh, this is the best tasting batch of fruit, and they would crossbreed that, and they would keep messing and genetic engineer, and they evolved and engineered the sweetest and best tasting fruit they could, until we got to the modern era, which of course there's a many other additional in the last 50 years. So, but again, if you're eating the best of the fruits and the best of the honey, raw honey, whatever, filtered, through the special whatever shit, if you're doing all that, great. I can't. If I start adding honey into things, I'm going to fall off the wagon. Okay? I cannot handle forms of sugar. Last night, that French vanilla, even though it hurt me today, mentally was like, wow, I haven't had something sweet like this in a while. And even though it wasn't a lot of cream, because I don't do a lot of creamer, so when I put in what I thought was half and half, it wasn't a lot, but it was French vanilla. So it had some sweeteners in it. To me, it tasted pretty sweet because, again, I don't eat sweet things anymore. So it really was, a little scary, because my mind even today started having little playing tricks on me, saying, well, Josh, maybe you could have a little bit of that creamer every once in a while. But honestly, I've been having like a lot of wrist like aches and pains again, and I'm starting to feel those old feelings again, and I don't like it. I don't want to. I don't know how I can ever go back and normalize the way I used to feel before carnivore. I can't see myself putting myself through that amount of pain and feeling again, because again, just experiencing a little bit right now, I'm like, oh God, I can't go further. I can't do this. The carbs help me with exercise, but I don't eat fruit all day, every day. Some days with a heavy exercise routine, fruit really helps me. I'm on exogenous insulin, and my goal is to come off of that in 5 weeks, cut it in half. So, I mean, are you full blown carnivore? Because I heard like most people that are like full on carnivore they don't need any more insulin or anything. Like they pretty much reverse all their stuff. Or is that what you're in the progress of doing? But yeah, Eli, as far as carbs go, I mean, again, I would just say that's all up to you, man. But I mean, look at people like Dr. Baker and Chafee and stuff. They don't do carbs, and they are buff. Like they work out all the time. You don't need carbs to work out. Yeah, they might help you. You might think they help you, but you don't really need them. But I mean, again, so I don't try to steer you off carnivore. Well, again, and I'm animal based. It's not just all pure meat, but I'm more buff than them. Hey, like I said, I can't get in arguing semantics with you on it, because if you want to do carbs, again, that's more power to you. Like, and then I'm sure you're mostly going to be, I think you said you're mostly carnivore for the most part. So, oh, you're going to be back. All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you later. I don't know if I'll still be on. I just been hanging out, talking, bullshitting, nothing serious. I've been on this diet longer than most of them. Well, hey, like I said, I have no problems with how people want to manage their diet. For me, I can't do fruits and honeys, and it's a gateway drug for me. So if that makes sense, I can't do that. For me, I feel best when I'm eating meat and salt, and I really do. Now, when I have the pizza and I have these things, they don't make me feel optimal. The pizza, I start feeling a little more bloated, things like that. But it's something fun, and it does break up things. And again, I mostly was doing it for my roommate, because again, he's just over day 30. Like, he's just past the first month. So he still needs that variety. But, before I started cooking for him, I was starting to really get very lion diet, and it was amazing. So, but again, even I think if there's some people out there that can handle it, they can take a little bit of honey every once in a while, and they can say, oh, that's cool, or a little bit of like a few berries or something, whatever, a little bit of fruit, and they can handle that fine. Again, I can't, because I psychologically start to make more and more excuses. And it's a slow but inevitable process. It does it to me every time. I have to fight really hard, just like last night when I had the creamer and the sweetness. I'm hurting. I'm paying the price for it, but it's not severe pain. And so my mind is like, well, maybe. And I don't want to start thinking like that, because again, if I start doing, well, maybe like once a week, I'll do some creamer, like French vanilla. And then it becomes, well, I'm okay. I'm not gaining weight anymore or whatever. I'm not gaining weight. I mean, I'm not really losing weight, but I'm like, and then I start rationalize, well, maybe just on the weekends. Or maybe just realistically, maybe I'll just do it when I'm at my second job, because that's where I have the access to the French vanilla creamer the most. And that's 4 nights a week. And then pretty soon it's like, well, maybe if I buy a thing of French vanilla, and just do a splash, and that'll be my regular creamer. And that'll be my only little treat. It just slowly gets more and more. And that's my addiction problems. So for me, I have to completely abstain from sugar and carbs. I mean, the carbs, when I say that, I mean like pasta and like things that I know are really addictive. But like something like this pizza, which is like super low carbs, that to me, it's a keto, and I can do that once a month. I've always allotted that, after my 90 days, my first 90 days, I said, hey, I might dip my toe into keto every once in a while. And I've been very strict carnivore for the most part. And eventually, as my roommate starts, getting more and more meat and eggs only, I'm going to be back to eating more of just steak and eggs again. So, yeah, especially if you're dieting with carnivore. I grew up eating meat my whole life. I'm not dieting as much more, just my daily life. Yeah, I mean, And to me, it is a lifestyle change. You know, I can't see myself going back. You know, I'm now what day? I'm losing track of the days, guys. I'm sorry. I think when was my day 210? It was like, let me look at the calendar. Was it like the previous Sunday? Was it the 30th? No, not the 30th. The 23rd? Was it the 23rd? I think it was the 23rd. So if that was due day 210, that would be what, day 217, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I'm like day 221 right now. So I'm like day 221. Um, do I ever miss any foods? I don't know. Like pizza. Pizza. You know, I like the pizza, and this crust makes me be able to taste real pizza again. That may or may not be a good thing. One thing I will say is somebody had a great point, and that was is it the carnivore guy, or is it the old carnivore guy? I can't remember. It's the guy that he's like in his 70s, old guy carnivore, whatever his channel is. Well, he makes a great point, and he was like talking about how when you make food like this, right? He was talking about how this really is more of like gateway drugs because if you make things taste as close to the old way, like the old junk food pizza, then your mind eventually is going to be like, hey, I'm going to want the real deal now. I mean, it's, and I understand his point. He was just talking about all these imitating all these other foods. It's just a gateway to lead you back down the dark path eventually because it's never going to fully substitute a real pizza. You're never going to substitute real pancakes. You're never going to substitute these foods, these carnivore versions are never going to be the real deal. So if you pretend, then, so I don't know. But to me, I don't think they're necessarily a gateway drug. I like being able the fact that I can now have a pizza that, even though it's keto, tastes amazing and tastes like an actual pizza now. So it doesn't make me want to go out and get a real pizza because I know that the dough is flour and, I know it's bad for me. So if anything, this just has me on a quest to make good tasting carnivore foods. This is close to restaurant style level. I'm telling you, if we can just work out one thing, and you got to watch the video. I'm not gonna bring it up. But if we can work out one thing with this, I really think this could be something like Chris Cook in Nashville. It would be so cool if there was a way for him to start that type of restaurant. The problem is that the carnivore foods that he makes, I don't think they're necessarily prone to a commercial level. You'd have to do a serious amount of prep. And a lot of the things I noticed with some of his different recipes is he has to like whip a lot of egg whites and he has to whip things into a fluff to get certain textures. And so you wouldn't really necessarily be able to do a lot of that ahead of time, with commercial restaurants. So you couldn't necessarily prep because, all of that whipped stuff that you had to prep would all end up falling into a more dense batter again. And probably, you wouldn't have the textures. But I mean, technically, I luckily don't have that much restaurant experience, so I don't know what I'm missing. Well, what I'm getting at is I'm getting at convenience, right? When we live in a society where, like me, I work 3 jobs. I film and I have 2 other jobs. And, making stuff like this is hard. It's hard because there's a lot of prep, and like I said, that pizza took me 3 hours of my day pretty much today. It's not something you just whip up. So restaurants are a form of convenience. And they're supposed to be much better than what you make, usually. I mean, homemade food is always gonna be great. Um, so when I say like a carnivore restaurant, I just mean like it would be awesome if somebody actually had a legit keto carnivore restaurant, and something that you could specify, that you could be like, hey, this is carnivore, and dirty, like dirty carnivore. Obviously it would have to be dirty, unless you just did the lion, like a steak, you just call it like a lion steak, and you just would have steak and salt, and you just would cook it um restaurant quality, meaning that you're going to give a good sear, it's going to have tenderness, like that type of stuff. um mm. But yeah, I don't know if any of you guys play any video games. I was gonna maybe play some video games, and I was kind of bored. Like I don't have a game that I'm in the mood to play. Like I have games I like and enjoy right now, but I was like, man, and I was gonna play. There is an slightly older game called Red Dead Redemption 2. Great game, Western style game. But I went to culinary school time, and prep is insane compared to price. It takes a lot of energy to make good food. People have acclimated themselves to convenience. Oh yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I cook obviously from home. I make pizzas, and I do things. But there's times when, like I said, I work a lot, and it can get a little exhausting to where it's like when I have a little bit of time off, like when I have in between like my two jobs, normally I end up about with like a 3.5 hour layover. So I only have like 3 to 3.5 hours to come home and like eat dinner and just chill and get to enjoy being at home for 3.5 hours. And then when I get home from my second job, it's pretty much I get to bed. I might get on the computer, do like some budgeting or like check out my bills, see where I'm at for the week. But I'm pretty much getting to bed. And then I got to get up and start the process all over again. And on my night off, like tonight, I'm doing my third job, which is filming or doing film related stuff. So today I was doing I got my paranormal equipment here. Like I got filming equipment. I'm charging stuff. I've been going over some of the scheduling. I got to do emails. I got to, reach out to crew members, cast members, all that stuff. So, but I took time out. I got to where it's like, okay, it's the end of the night and it's 4th of July, and I didn't get to go to the fireworks. So I'm just hanging out. So yeah, Elden Ring. Yeah, Divinity Sin. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption. I've been streaming it on Twitch and just playing through and having fun with that, and I love it. But I just wasn't in the mood for that style of gameplay. Like I wasn't in the mood for guns. And I'm actually part of a Civil War game, and I'm actually part of a league. Yeah, Red Dead's fire. I know, I love it. But I'm just not in the mood to play it tonight. But normally I'll just pop on and I'll just, and when I play games, I'll stream it on Twitch. But I'm not like trying to have like a Twitch channel, like a Twitch audience. I just put it on Twitch for the hell of it. Sometimes I'll have a couple regular people will stop in while I'm gaming. They'll hang out with me, talk to me, and like they'll interact. But other than that, I don't really try to have a channel on there. It's just more of like, oh, I'm in a game, so I might as well just stream it while I'm playing. I even was doing some Minecraft not that long ago just for the hell of it, because I hadn't played that in a long time, and it was pretty fun, but that kind of quickly got boring again. Uh, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm looking at some different games. I've been also playing. Was it like Red Storm 2 or something like that? Vietnam. But I play a Civil War called War to Rights, and I'm in a league. I'm in a regiment, and we have league play a couple times a week. So I actually will do that, but we don't have league play until Saturday and Sunday this weekend. And I'll play that a little bit. So Red Dead Revolver is my favorite PS2 game. Yeah. Well, but I like the sequel. That's why I have it on the PC, so that's what I've been kind of messing around with. But yeah, um, I did get on, and I tried to like, so I had my Oculus 2 and I my VR, and I pulled up my VR and I started trying to play some games on the VR, but I just wasn't into it tonight either. Like I said, I'm in a weird mood. Like I wanted to play. In a way, I almost bought Starfield because I almost felt like some kind of open world like sci-fi, but I didn't want to play. I didn't want to play like any other Star Wars game right now because I played a bunch of the some of the other Star Wars games, but and I didn't feel like I have Skyrim on VR. I have it modded, and Skyrim VR is really cool. No Man's Sky. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not. I probably when I get in these kind of moods, by the time I figure out what I want to play, I don't feel like playing anymore. So, but yeah, you're talking about the one with Norman Reedus, right? No Man's Sky, I believe, right? Um, I don't know. Like I said, I kind of want to play Starfield, but at the same time, I want to. I wouldn't mind. I want that. What is it? A Star Citizen. I know it's not like fully released or anything. Like it probably never will. But I is Starfield but better. Yeah, I don't know. I might, to be honest with you. I think Steam's running a special today. Starfield right now is even $35 on sale. But you see here. Well, No Man's Sky is $29.99 right now. It's 50% off. Inspired by the adventure and imagination that we love from classic science fiction, No Man's Sky presents you with a galaxy to explore filled with unique planets and life forms and constant dangers and action. In No Man's Sky, every star is the light of a distant sun, each orbited by planets filled with life, and you can go to any of them you choose. Fly smoothly from deep space to planetary surfaces with no loading scenes and no limits. In this infinite procedurally generated universe, you'll discover places and creatures that no other player have been seen before and perhaps never will again. It's so underrated. I recommend you peek. It's a slow start, but it's huge with many updates, many huge. I literally can't say it's huge enough. It sounds cool. I'm looking at it. How is it like with you? Is it let me look here. Is it first person? I see third person. Is it both? Can you do first and third? Let me look. I'm right here just to show you. This is what I've been like looking at. So I'm here on Steam. The heck do I have in my cart? Oh, I have the bridge curse too, but I can't. I need to remove that. There. Tep's Ghost Hunting. That's my Steam name. All right. Where were we? Let's go back. I see third person. It looks interesting. What's the one with Norman Reedus? I mean, I don't mind third person. Like, I mean, Red Dead. I mean, I don't mind third person games. I'll tell you what, though, man, Skyrim VR is like amazing. But you have to mod it. I don't stream it because unfortunately I had this big mod pack to make it fun and enjoyable and all that. And Skyrim VR, unfortunately, whenever if you remove people's armor, they're like anatomically correct, naked. So yeah, you see like everything. So and I'm an adult. It don't bother me. I don't care. I don't go around and like they're obviously dead naked people if you take their armor. But like, you know, I just can't stream that. And I can't seem to turn off that mod. Like I anyways, day one baby, I wasted day one baby. I wasted my money to get all the setup and it was worth it. Day day one. What do you mean Skyrim VR is amazing? Day one, I wasted my money to get all the setup and it was worth it. What, you're just now starting Skyrim VR? Or did I miss something on that? I don't know. This looks pretty cool. No Man's Sky. It looks pretty cool. Now, is this single player? I'm guessing open world, space. I'm not gonna have to worry about a bunch of assholes in my single player online PBBE online co-op. I don't know if that's just tags. Subnautica, man, that world, man. That's a cool game. That's a cool game, and it's only $10 nowadays. Infinite World, yeah, it's like self-generated. It's crazy though, but what did you mean by when you said day one, baby? I wasted my money to get all the setup. What are you talking about? What are you talking about for Sky? You said for Skyrim VR, but day one. Oh, day one when it came out, I bought setup. Oh, okay. Yeah, with the Skyrim VR, I think I did that. Was it Fusara mod pack where like that major mod pack and really cool. And you can like customize it. But since I'm kind of a noob when it comes to like mods and shit, I yeah, this looks pretty cool. Very positive reviews, mostly positive. I don't know, man. You might have sold me on No Man's Sky. This looks like something that might be my kind of cup of tea for a little bit. Uh Might have to go stream it though on Twitch. Like a first time. I don't know. I do got to work tomorrow though. That sucks. I just thought about it. The devs are very dedicated. No Man's Sky is basically the first of the space games. Starfield and Star Citizen followed their design. Well, like I said, to me it looks cool. I think Star Citizen and Starfield, they probably have a certain more grittier, realistic ish look versus this maybe looks a little more colorful and I wouldn't say comic book look. I just would say it doesn't have that grittier looking feel in a way, but it does look gorgeous. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. Well, no, I mean, let's add it to cart. There, I added the cart. I'll probably buy it off camera, even though my credit card and all that stuff should be there, but I don't, just in case. The first day of play is slow, but it really, well, yeah, I would imagine like, the learning curve. I'm sure the learning curve isn't real bad, but like, I mean, obviously with any game, you're gonna have to get in there and just tweak and do all kinds of fun stuff. I don't know, but now you could watch some gameplay. Yeah, I could, or I could just play it like a blind playthrough, man. I think that'd be fun. I might just do a first reaction playthrough and just put it on Twitch. The learning curve is big. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go and download and install this, and I might get on here and play for like an hour. I have till about 2:30 a.m. Like I've got about another little over 2 hours I can stay up. I've got to work tomorrow. I didn't get a 4-day weekend, and I got to work 2 jobs tomorrow. But I can stay up till about 2:30 today. So I might download this and get it installed. You only stream on Twitch. Why do you only watch YouTube? I have a I have like a gaming YouTube channel, but I don't ever use it. It just like sits there. There's only a few hundred people following me on that, and I don't really do anything with it. I haven't done a video in a while there. I think the last thing I did maybe was Bootstrap Island VR, or maybe I did something else after that. Or YouTube diehard. I don't think I have my streaming going to my YouTube right now. I don't think I have my Streamlabs. This here I'm streaming on StreamYard. This I just stream to my weight loss channel. But since I don't stream with my ghost stuff really, let's see. Well, let's do this. All right. All right, I'll try to look. I'll make a deal with you. I'm gonna try to. I'll try to come up with streaming it to YouTube. Okay, tonight. If you're gonna be up and around, and I'm gonna show you. Here is my. This is my my old gaming channel, and I kind of started doing some stuff with it here recently. So I got a couple months ago. I got videos from a couple months ago. I did like Gun Club VR, Paint the Town Red. I got I got like 10,000 views on this one, like the musket unlock for Bootstrap Island. So I've done some VR playthroughs. I was streaming some. See, I did Minecraft videos. I did some Skyrim. Now this was just regular Skyrim. This wasn't VR. I was doing some Skyrim with the controller because I also have like a game controller to my PC. And for some reason, Skyrim non VR, I like playing it with the game controller versus mouse keyboard. But Red Dead, I like mouse keyboard better. It's weird. I don't know. But anyways, Dad Mafia. See, I got 332 subscribers somehow. I mean, I only had like 100 not that long ago. But this is an old channel, but I resurrected it to start doing gaming stuff on it. And this, of course, some of my Civil War stuff. Amazing Civil War game. Right? Yeah, Red Dead sucks on control. But yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, this is my this is what I'm gonna try to stream to tonight then. How's that? I will try to go in here real quick while the game is downloading and installing. I will set up the stream to go to Dad Mafia Gaming, and I'll stream that No Man's Sky. All right. So if I don't know if you subscribed, but get here, go to Dad Mafia. This is the logo. This is the channel. Go subscribe, and I will see you after a while. How's that? Like once I get it, all I got to do is I'm going to download No Man's Sky, install it, and while I'm doing that, I'll set up my stream to stream to Dad Mafia because I've streamed to Dad Mafia before, but I'll stream and then we'll do a live stream of No Man's Sky, kind of a first time thing. Oh, you found it, awesome. So, all right. Well, it sounds like fun. All right, guys, I will get off here and in this stream, and we will see you guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. I'm just kind of kicked back now. See, I'm like sitting back. I'm not even sitting up. Like, I'm just all chilling. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. And when you see me, I'm going to have my gaming headphones. And yes, the Razor Kraken Kitty headphones. You guys like these, don't you? I know. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.